So I got a new air fryer, which I've been using, and I absolutely love it. However, you don't have to have this air fryer to make these recipes. Any air fryer will work, but I have linked it down below if you're interested. I've been using this pork rind panko crumbs for quite some time, and we love how they crisp up in the air fryer. So all I do is make a bowl with mayonnaise and one with the panko, and then we dip it in the mayonnaise, roll it in the breadcrumbs, and into the air fryer. Then I spray it with some oil and also use some Kinder's garlic parmesan, and then a little oil just to hold that on there. And then it goes on 325 degrees for about 15 minutes, or until your internal temperature is 165, and you do want to turn it at the halfway point. I'm just double checking my temperature and time. I have this air fryer's cooking guide that I found on Amazon. It has a magnet on it, so you just leave it on your refrigerator, and it's super handy because not all the time I can't remember what's what temperature. So I have linked that down below too. I think it was less than $10. Now at the halfway mark, so I'm going to go ahead and turn these over, give them a quick spritz on the other side with the oil, and then we'll finish them up. Here are our finished plates. I had it with some sweet potato casserole, and I did some air fried zucchini, which was also very good, and I'll have that coming up next. Here are your ingredients, and as always, the directions for this will be linked in the description box below. The air fried zucchini is something I do quite often if I have it available. First you want to wash and dry your zucchini, and then cut off the ends, and then you can either peel part, which is what I like to do, of the skin, or you can remove the entire skin if you prefer it that way too. You're going to place the zucchini, after you cut it, into rounds into a bowl. Now I'm adding about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil, but you can use whatever you prefer. And now we're going to do the garlic parmesan on the zucchini, just as we did with the chicken tenders. You'll get a spoon and mix this around so that all the zucchini is equally covered. Then you want to spray your air fryer and place the zucchini in it. I'm just going to spread it out, and then we're going to cook this at 400. Again, I used my little chart because I can't ever remember how long they're supposed to be in there. It said 8 to 12 minutes, but I had some extra zucchini in here, so mine took about 15. So you just want to get it to your desired crispiness. Here's another picture of the finished plate with the zucchini on the side. It was absolutely delicious. Here are your ingredients. For the air fryer pork chops, we're going to set up a station. We have flour in one bowl, and then we have to whisk together our eggs with the Dijon mustard with 2 teaspoons of water and a half teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to crush up 4 cups of cornflakes, and finely crushed probably about a cup to 2 cups. And I only used half of this because I knew I had a lot, but I saved the other half. I went ahead and seasoned both halves. That way I had extra if I needed it, and I did not, so I'll have it for another meal another day. It's a delicious breading, so I suggest doing the same. Just double it and save the other half. I'm just adding some salt and pepper to the flour, which was a bit of an afterthought, but definitely made it worthwhile. And I'm going to put the pork chops in the flour, then the egg, and then the cornflakes, and then in the air fryer. I was only able to get 3 of these pork chops in my air fryer. I did the 4th one after we'd dished up our plates, and it only took half the time because it was half the thickness. These were about 1 inch. This is halfway, and I'm just turning them over. Here are our finished plates. I made some macaroni cheese in the rice cooker, and we had some vegetables that I popped in the microwave, and I also made some southern gravy, white gravy. It was really good. Today we're going to do some boneless, skinless chicken thighs in the air fryer, and these turned out delicious. So what I did is I put some boneless, skinless chicken thighs in a bowl. I drizzled them with olive oil and sprinkled them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning, and then just tossed them to coat that all over. Unfortunately, I lost the footage from the first part of this, so here we are starting with the chicken already seasoned and in the bowl. We're going to put this in the air fryer basket in a single layer, and we cook these at 400 for about 20 minutes, or until your internal temperature, of course, reaches 165, and you want to turn them at halfway point. Here we are at about the 10-minute mark. We're going to get them turned over and then we'll let them cook on the other side. And here's a finished plate. Served it with some baked potatoes and some Brussels sprouts. It was really, really good, and I hope you give it a try. Now for one of my favorites, loaded fries. So the first thing you want to do is wash and dry your potato and cut them into wedges. Now we're going to put the olive oil on there and the butter, and then we're going to add our seasoning. Now I use potato slayer. I get it at Walmart. You can also get it off of Amazon. It is really, really good. But if you don't have that, you can use any seasonings that you like. Now we're going to cook these at 400 for 15 minutes or until they're golden and crispy, and you want to toss them about halfway. While the potatoes are cooking, I'm getting all my sides together, and that is bacon, and then I like avocado. We have some green onions, some shredded cheese, and Big Daddy likes ranch. I haven't got that out just yet. I like sour cream. I didn't have any, so I used some cream cheese that was whipped. I just like all sorts of toppings, but you can put on yours whichever you prefer. After the potatoes are cooked, you want to top them with your cheese and your bacon, and then just cook that for another 1 to 2 minutes until it melts and the bacon gets warmed through. Here's Big Daddy's plate. I'm just going to hand that to him with the ranch. That's his favorite. And then I'm going to put all sorts of stuff on mine. And here are our finished plates. Not particularly pretty pictures, but boy were they yummy. I hope you give these a try with your toppings of choice. I sure hope you enjoyed this video with all the air fryer possibilities. If you have a favorite air fryer recipe, be sure to put it in the comments and share it with the rest of us. And thank you in advance. Thanks everybody for being patient with me getting back to the cooking, but I believe I'm in the swing of things. So I hope to see you again next Monday, but I will have a Friday video for you. So have a great week.